very excited. Uh, it's already here, right? It's been, I mean, just over a month that we've been kind of getting ready, and it's already here. So, yeah, really excited. Obviously, the first couple were down in South Carolina, two in Hilton Head, one in Myrtle Beach. We won't see a lot of teams that we usually see. So, from a regional ranking standpoint, probably not a whole lot of volatility for us in these first couple, which is maybe good. We haven't been outside a whole lot with our weather. That said, we'll still see some really good teams, especially this weekend. A few nationally ranked, pretty high teams. So I'm excited to see kind of where we are. We've practiced really well the last month and a half or whatever it's been, but now it's a chance to see what it looks like outside. So very excited.
I think we're all very excited. Obviously, going back into spring season and championship season is something that's really fun. We have somewhat of an experienced team coming back into it, so yeah, just I think a lot of excitement.
Yeah, so I feel like going into spring, which we only have 5 girls, but I think that we're all super excited to get started, and I do feel like we have a chance to compete at every tournament that we're going to, and so that's definitely exciting, even though that we do have a smaller team, that I feel like each girl is like ready to get out there and try our best.
I think we're really excited to go to the Carolinas for a few tournaments, and then as well as going back to the Indianapolis tournament that we co-host. It will be exciting to kind of see what we can do on a course that we have played at before, and see some teams that we'll see in conference and regionals. And then always, I think postseason is some of the most fun golf that you're able to play.
So I think for us, for me at least, we go to Myrtle Beach for spring break. So we're there for the whole week, and then we have a tournament in the middle of that week, and then we have a tournament at the end in Hilton Head. So we're like there for like a week and a half. And then I also think conference is a big thing for us. Like we've won the past few years, and so I think that that's an exciting tournament for us because there are teams that are good and teams that we're going to have to compete against, and so I think that will be a good experience for
I think
us.
we probably attacked some of the more physical areas like putting a lot, just knowing our distances even a little bit better. So we really focus on that, like as far as practice goes. So hopefully we'll see those better results like in the spring. Other than that, I think just more experience. We're relatively experienced, even though 4 of the 5 will be back next year. We still have a lot of experience in our group. They've played a lot already in the fall. Like everybody's played every tournament. So um, yeah, I think now it's just we gotta get outside as much as we can and get used to like scoring again. I think all the stuff we've done is really good, but now it's a chance to put it all together.
I would say a lot of our game right now, I think something that we could work on is short game. I feel like that's always something that you can always just touch up, and I feel like that's the main difference between the teams that are placing the highest versus the teams that are in the middle. So I think continuing to work on what we need to work on. I think everyone has different things individually that they can do, but focusing on short game, and I would say like continuing to have a positive attitude. And
I think one of the biggest things for us is staying in the competition. Like you're never out until you're out, and so I think that we always just need to look at the end of the tournament instead of just like starting off the beginning strong and like not necessarily making it all the way to the end. So I think really like being persistent in the tournaments and like the things that we have focused in front of us.
I think it's always fun, like as you probably know, national championships are rarely in your region. And so to be able to travel to a different region, no, the national championship's not there this year, but like hypothetically it could be. So we need to be able to play like in all different types of grass and surfaces and all that stuff. And I do think our game will travel pretty well, so I'm excited for that. The first one, like I said, there's some really good teams there. The second one, I think we have a good chance to win again. So, and then the third one, maybe similar. So I think it'll be fun for us to kind of get in that competitive mode too, like to be in and around the lead. Hopefully, will be a good experience as well as we get into then the later part where we'll see more teams that we need to beat, from our area. So, so I think it's a good schedule to get us kind of ready for as we get into the
Yeah,
postseason.
I think, like I said before, persistence is just such a big deal for us right now because, again, like we do have a small team, and so there's no one there to sub in and out, and so like you have to be able to be the one competing for yourself and competing for your team, and like again, you're not out until the end. And so I think it's really important that you stay consistent, you stay patient, and those are just things that being in competition taught me for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we want to contend like as often as we possibly can. So from a conference standpoint, we certainly want to be in contention. That's our history. That's our expectation. Regionals we're in line for as we speak. So like obviously the goal will be to get to regionals. Once you get there, then it's you got to play well that week. I believe we can, and so to get to the national championship that'd be pretty awesome. As the defending national champs, it'd be fun to get back there. And again, as you know, once you get there, then literally anything can happen. So, first things first, we're gonna try to do the best we can, obviously throughout the spring, get to the conference, and start to play our best golf, hopefully throughout the spring.
We're excited.